Welcome to Season 2 of the Dr. Nikki Starr Show, a podcast to support you in your spiritual awakening and personal development. As a spiritual teacher, healer, and intuitive coach, my intention is to empower you to live your ultimate potential and your ultimate life. As a former medical doctor and mystic, my role is to bridge the gap between science and spirituality to support you in understanding more of your multidimensional aspects. I share on a diverse range of topics, and it's all to support your greatest becoming. My mission is to continue reaching millions of people for the healing and awakening of humankind for the creation of the new earth. Thank you for being here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Dr. Nikki Starr Show. I'm your host, Dr. Nikki Starr, and today we will be talking about the best way to make decisions. And decisions are such a key aspect and point in creating our ultimate lives. And as an ultimate potential activator, I feel it is my duty and my mission and my purpose to support people in making the best decisions for oneself. So you have your own set of decisions to make. The next person has their decisions to make, and we're all co-creating reality together. But the truth is, where we create reality is at the points of decisions, making choices, making decisions. And we want to make sure that we are making it from our highest potential place, that we are making decisions from a heart-aligned place, that we are making decisions that are true for us and the blueprint of our soul, beyond any outside noise, opinions, what society says, what your family says. All of that we want to clear away so that you can make the best decisions for you. And anytime there is a place where you feel like you are stuttering or wobbling or not sure or confused, this is when you really want to get clear. And it's important to get clear because the reason you feel confusion is because it's not all of you in the field. It's not all of you present to the decision. Because the truth is, some decisions are so easy to make. Like, you know the answer, like it is clear and obvious. It's not even, you don't even feel like you're wobbling between two options. You just know. It's clear, it's obvious, it's like, boom, I know the answer. And wouldn't it be so nice to always feel that with all decisions? Now, the thing about decisions is oftentimes you may need more information. If it's not super clear to you, the answer, yes, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D. If it's not clear, it could be you don't have the clear picture. You don't have all the information to yet make a decision. And that's okay. It's also important to point out that indecision, not making a decision, is also a decision. And what happens when we make a decision from an energetic standpoint is that we create timelines, potential and possible timelines, which are potential outcomes to our destiny. And it's like taking different roads. It's taking different directions to get there. And ultimately we have to, and we should, and we want to. It's not even should, it's more, we're here to choose our destiny. Like, our destiny is our highest potential, but we have to choose it. We have to say, yes, this is what I want. And that goes for everything. That goes for the relationships we choose. That goes for the career decisions we make. That goes for even the decisions about what to consume, what to put in our bodies, what to eat, what not to eat, what to do, what to wear, where to go, when to go. All of these even micro decisions are affecting the greater reality. Because when we think of synchronicity and we think of synchronicity, I feel, is when it's not coincidence, but it's when two realities or two worlds collide and come to intersect to co-create. So when you think of someone and they call you, or you think of someone and you're out about in your day and then you see them at the cafe, this is a moment of synchronicity. So when we increase these moments to connect, to bring us to our highest destiny, I feel like all of that is connected to synchronicity. Want to increase synchronicity, want to increase chances of the things that we're thinking about, creating, desiring, manifesting, that they cross our path. And I feel like that moment it crosses your path, that's a moment of positive synchronicity. There's such a thing as asynchronicity, and it's when you're kind of like out of the flow of life and it seems like these obstacles and almost like quote unquote bad things are happening and things are not flowing, they feel stuck. This can happen because you didn't make decisions, you felt one thing in your intuition in your heart and you chose something else. And I find that anytime you feel things are stuck or stagnant and they're not quite in flow, the invitation is for you to come back to your truth. What is the truth of what you want? What is the truth of what you desire? If you could really have anything you want and you know it's for the highest and best good of all, and you knew that everyone would be happy, including yourself, what would you really choose? So that's one way to make a decision. If you could really have everything and you know that it would serve everyone and everyone would benefit, what choice would you make? That's one way to make a decision. Another way to make a decision is, what is your highest excitement? What is the thing that lights you up the most, that when you think about it, you feel excited, you feel expansive, you feel inspired? That's the thing you choose. What happens, and this is what the whole intention of this podcast episode is this. I see people selling themselves short in life all the time because they make decisions from a place of fear, worry, anxiety, shoulds, supposed to. They don't want to let people down. They make decisions because of other people, because of what they think other people want them to do or have or be. But it is your life. You are here to live your life. You are here to create life on your terms in all areas of life, and you do not have to settle. When things get a little bit challenging, that could be a moment where you falter, you waver, you wobble in your choice, and then you go and make the quote unquote safe decision. We don't want you to do that because we want you to have everything you desire. I want you to, anyone who has your best interest at heart, at mind, when you think of your benevolent, loving support team, your divine support, your soul, your highest self, this is what I mean by we, like all the people, all the energies, all the benevolent forces that are looking out for you on your journey. The universe was created for you. The universe was created for each one of us to live out a human experience. So it is of the essence, it is of highest priority for you to choose and follow your desires, the deepest longing of your heart. I like to say that your desires are like your true north. Your desires are the compass, that north star. If you were driving a ship in life, it's where you steer. That's desire. And your desires were placed in your heart specifically for you. Why is it that you have the desires that you have and you like the things that you like? Is because they were made for you. And that attraction, that pull, that desire, that want, that longing for things, situations, experiences, opportunities, even certain people in your life you gravitate towards because this is your soul saying like, yes, 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 warmer, go there. So follow your desires, have the courage to say yes to your desires, and most importantly, know and believe that you deserve your desires. And so when you are faced with a choice point and a decision, what do you desire? Be selfish for a moment. And the reason why I use the word selfish is I really mean selfish from a place of self-love. Because the truth is, everyone in your life who really loves you wants you to be happy. So when you make the decision that serves you, know that it will serve everyone else because you will then show up happy, shining, radiant, overflowing to then give and co-create with them from this beautiful energetic place. But when you make decisions from obligation or responsibility, any of that, it's sort of, I'm going to go extreme here, but it sort of taints your energy. And then you show up to situations and relationships and places not in your highest energy, not in your highest light, not in your highest love, not in your highest gratitude because you settled in a way. But I truly believe, which is why I have this podcast, which is why I share my mission in the world, which is why I departed from Western medicine for an alternative path such as this, to support people in elevating consciousness, in living and activating our ultimate potential, because we're really here to live our ultimate lives, an epic life. There's no sacrifice needed. There's no need to settle. And this is true I know this in every cell of my being, and I know it because I've lived it. And the times in which I made the choice, even in relationship too, I see that where we make the decision because we think that's what the other person wants. But then when you go and talk later, it's like, no, I actually really wanted that too. And so even if you can look back in time when you didn't make decisions from your center, from your heart, from your intuition, and then you were able to reflect and see how the events played out, and you see like, I should have just followed my intuition. And so that is another key of where to make decisions from. It's your heart. What does your heart really want? Tune into your heart, because the truth is the mind can outwit the heart. The mind can find logic and reason of why that may not work or that's not a good idea. And really, you need to be safe and logical and responsible and do that instead of what your heart really wants. But all of that reasoning is not truth. That reasoning is fear speaking. That reasoning is the mind trying to keep you safe. The heart knows. The thing about the wisdom of the heart is we can't explain it. It is a feeling. It is a knowing. It is a truth that goes beyond anything anyone could ever tell you or explain to you or try to convince you. It's just something you know. And the more you can tune into heart intelligence, the more you'll be happier with your decisions and the easier your decisions will be. And the same is true for intuition. So following your heart is a form of intuition. Your intuition, I feel, is the part of you that is connected to your higher self, that is connected to the infinite part of you that has information and perspective beyond what you have in this present time moment. But your highest self knows your past, your present, your future, and understands the different timelines and knows which one is your highest timeline. So when you connect to your intuition, which I like to say the center of your intuition, you can say is the back center of your head where your pineal gland lives. And if you can connect into your intuition center as well as your heart center, generally it is best for them to be aligned. And usually they are. I think there are moments where they may not fully be. It depends on what your values are, which then help you to decide which is the highest truth and priority for you in that moment. And the more you connect to your intuition, and you do this through meditation, the easier it is for you to listen to the truth of the best decision for you. So in the bonus content for this episode, I'm going to guide you through a few experiences and processes that you can take yourself through to make great decisions for you. But you're going to want to really heighten, strengthen your intuition. And you do that, as I mentioned, through meditation, through practices to better know yourself, practices that center you in your truth, practices that separate you from the influences of others. And it's not like a negative kind of separation. It's more just understanding and knowing the truth and the boundary from where do you begin and end and where do other people begin and end. And the more you know yourself, which is one of the purposes of a spiritual awakening journey, the more you know yourself, the better decisions you can make. And when you know your mission, your purpose, your values, the truth of why you're here, what matters most to you in life, and what is your highest excitement, the easier it is for you to make decisions. It just becomes easy, Like if you were making a decision, red or blue, you're like, blue, I know, right? So it's just you having that quick knowing. Now, the other thing that can affect decision making is depending if you follow human design. And for those of you who do not know, human design is a form of, it's like an astrology. It takes in astrology, the I Ching, it takes in many different modalities, and it's based on the time you were born and where. And then it tells you what type of archetype you are. And it also tells you how you operate best and even where you make best decisions from. So you could go and look up your human design profile and you take it with a grain of salt. You say like, okay, I'm going to look at this. And I have found that it helps people to better know themselves, especially if they resonate with their chart. And when you know which type of responder you are, you can say like, oh yeah, that's true for me. Like I'm a sacral responder, which means like I respond to life with a And if people ask me yes or no questions, I can say yes or no. And if I feel like I'm not sure, then I need to be asked another way or be given more information. So if you feel like I still would like to refine and hone in more and even better in how to make decisions, human design is a great tool that can support you in learning how to make better decisions based on the truth of who you are and your soul's blueprint. But that would require for you to have the most precise chart, which is really true to you. It's best that you really know the precise time and place you were born, and not everyone knows that. And of course, if you are to give birth to children in the future, be really aware and mindful the moment they are born and what time that is, because that will serve them for these types of readings and charts like Vedic astrology and human design and gene keys are all the ones that I really love. So ultimately, getting crystal clear helps you to make the best decisions. And I really want to give you permission to be so selfish when you make decisions about your life and know that it's going to serve other people. Because when you are happiest and you are radiant in love and light and joy and happiness and peace and inspiration and excitement, and all of these things are when you are vibrating and embodying and living the truth of who you are. And yes, of course, if you love people and you have children or you have a partner and you feel there are certain decisions that of course you must take into account others, then of course you take them into account, but you do it in a way that still is what would be the highest excitement for the whole family, for my children, for my partner, for this life I know I'm here to live and create and what I'm here to be, do, have, experience. Because this is when you shine and life feels so exciting and worth living. And when you're vibrating from that place of love and joy and excitement and pleasure, doors open up, you become magnetic. And that's when synchronicity finds you. So you flow better with life when you're making decisions from highest excitement, from your highest truth, from your heart, from your intuition. Even in the space of love, I've seen people try to make like smart decisions and logical decisions, but I really feel like they sell themselves short of living an epic love because there might be moments of challenge. Challenge doesn't mean, oh no, I went the wrong way. Not at all. All of life, and in a future episode, probably the next one, I'll be talking about how we transcend duality and polarity of life. And challenges are not necessarily a bad thing. It's the way we see them and perceive them and how we really respond to them that matters. So if you make a decision and then something happens that is not to your liking, quote unquote liking, then it doesn't mean you made a bad decision. It could just be that this is where the events brought you, and whatever challenge or obstacle is presenting will bring you to the next place that you need to be to get to that ultimate goal of yours, to your ultimate destiny, to your highest destiny. So when you're talking about this decision or that decision, notice which feels expansive when you talk about it and which feels like heavy and crunchy. And sometimes we have to do healing around a certain topic before we can make the best decision for ourselves too. So know that and trust that, and know that the universe, your divine guidance, your divine support team, me as a spiritual guide on your path, as a potential coach, teacher, if you go deeper into my courses and the experiences that I offer, I want you, and everyone wants you, and your highest self wants you to live your ultimate life, to make the decisions that make you the happiest, that bring you the most joy, and trust that everything is going to work out when you follow that, when you follow highest excitement, when you follow your intuition, when you follow your heart. And sometimes it doesn't seem like the practical, logical, safe, responsible choice, but who cares? Make it anyway. And I know, because I'm someone who has lived my life like that. And when I tell you, I have lived the most beautiful life, and I feel I'm just getting started. I've lived like 7 lives in one life, and I'm just getting started. And when I look at my clients, when they didn't make the safe choice, but they made the most exciting choice of their heart and their intuition and what they felt was their true calling and destiny in love, relationship, career, just general life decisions, the outcome was superb. And like I said, it didn't mean it was without challenges. So don't let the challenges hold you back. Don't let the fears hold you back. Let love lead. Let inspiration lead. Let excitement lead. Let joy, pleasure lead. Let curiosity lead. Because in the unknown are infinite possibilities. And that's the other thing about decisions. People are so quick to go back to old decisions because they know what's there. Whereas you may need to make a decision that you have no idea where it's going to lead you. But remember this, that in the unknown lives infinite possibilities. In the unknown may be the exact thing that you're calling in and desiring in the exact way. And if you don't go for it and at least try, that is where you can live with regret. So it's better to go make decisions and live an experience. You will always learn lessons. You will always win from choosing the choice point that brings you experience, new direction into the unknown, when it was guided by highest excitement, heart-centeredness, intuition. And so join me in the bonus content. I'm going to share with you a process to take you through to get clear, to make decisions from that high frequency place. And so with that, I send you so much love. Thank you for tuning in and being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Dr. Nikki Starr Show. Please like this podcast and share it with anyone you feel would benefit. Subscribe to the podcast to receive bonus content, and remember, every Monday the video version goes live on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being on the ascension path with me and for doing this great work. Sending love until next time.